my friends, it is time. Please make your way to the prep room, my friends. Please make your way to the prep room. Travelers, the event is about to begin. Make your way to the prep room.
Transformers.
If there are any dark areas, don't worry, just follow me. I'm a walking battery. Walking battery of methane tank gas.
We're gonna go on a tour.
No, fuck you. Wait, they left his plane scene?
It's nice to see you again, John.
I love the lobby music here.
What? Wait, what?
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I just took a break from just VR realm for a minute.
We're doing a tour type thing. It's my first time doing it.
Understandable.
But yeah,
the virtual reality.
I don't really know what to expect.
Punch me now. Got him. Hell yeah.
Not so quiet.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It seems you've met with an uncertain fate. You find yourself at an interdimensional crossroads, a rendezvous of travelers between worlds. My name is Sheen. I am a highly metastasized, infomorphic, memetic meme complex. And one of the tour guides of VRTravellers. Together, we create immersive, interactive, story-based tours with original writing, beautiful worlds, voice acting, wholesome team effort, and characters who are depending on you. Welcome to the rendezvous, our point of contact to the narrative domain. Travelers, tonight we will be telling the story of the Scavenger, and tonight the Encephalon will dictate our choices towards the good ending, as this is a rerun. However, you are welcome to make choices as you would. Travelers, you are also welcome to stream and/or record tonight's event. Now, truly, the greatest honor the mortal real number domain has ever bestowed upon myself. Yes, travelers, it is my honor to introduce to you the greatest voice actor to ever grace the worlds of VRC. The one, the only, Trey Gem.
Red.
It is the man himself!
I don't know where he is.
They trade pieces.
Cube.
That's not what I wanted.
Champagne.
Good evening, friends, and welcome. My name is Trey Jim, and I will be your tour guide tonight. It is an honor to meet you. Tonight, there are only 2 rules. First of all, whenever we stop for narration, please kindly refrain from speaking so that the story may continue. However, you are encouraged to talk amongst yourselves as we move from point to point. And 2, please kindly remain with me at all times. As always, my fellow tour guides Sheen and Rendizo are here to help you. If you need any help, please take them aside, and you are free to add any or all of us as friends. We will accept. This is especially important because tonight's instance is an Invite Plus world, which means if for some reason you need to make it back into the world, you need to send someone who is already there an invite request to be able to join. It is recommended to do this to the tour guides who are not telling the tour. Tonight, that means Sheen and Rendizo. Now, my friends, those in front of me, kindly stand aside, and I will attempt to drop a portal to tonight's narrative. Please do not enter the portal until I give the signal. My friends, it seems the portal is stable. Please wait for me at the area on the other side.
The glitchy climbing stuff, which will glitch the game, but I'm fine with it. Yeah. I'm gonna turn this off.
Ooh. Neato.
Right.
Not
Actually,
JPL, 'cause I'm
hello.
not right.
Hey, hello. Fancy seeing you here.
A week.
10,
Fuck yeah. It's probably gonna take like a
9.
year. Oh.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. My friends, for the starting sequence, please turn your world music down to 0. I repeat, please turn your world music down to 0.
Like, turn off the music entirely, or just lower it for now?
You should hear nothing.
Alright.
And without further ado, the story begins. They say the last piece of land silently slipped away into the cloud sea 4,000 years ago. Ever since that day, people have resorted to living in buildings and airships carried by great creatures called titans. Some resemble gigantic fish, while others represent mammals or reptiles. One of few bastions of civilization left afloat is called Argentum. A thriving trade city, carried by the largest remaining titan known, called Goldmouth. Ever since the last land vanished, titans have been dying, taking with them any humans who were relying on them at the time. You can discern how healthy a titan is by looking at its gills, the glowing stripes on its body. Brighter and bluer is better. At some point in the future, they say. At this rate, there will be no more titans left to live on. No more people. Just white cloud and white sky. And now, to our protagonist. My friends, please put your world music back on to a comfortable level, and let its energy fill your blood.
Nice and comforting.
The Scavenger has lived alone in his home on the back of his own titan for 12 years now, ever since his father passed away peacefully in his sleep. Since then, his only company has been this titan, affectionately dubbed Gramps, and those he sees when he visits Argentum. The Scavenger has a mental link with his titan. It's a common thing to happen between a titan and whoever captains it. They've both grown used to staying out of one another's minds, unless they really have to. In case you haven't figured it out, the Scavenger makes a living by diving into the dense ether sea and pulling up any scraps he can sell at Argentum's bazaar. You'd be surprised at what builds up down there. Alright, enough talk. My friends, it's time to sell some scrap materials. Let's all head over to the bazaar and see what sort of profit we can make. Please, follow me.
Some scrap here.
I see some walking
I don't
scrap
think we
here.
exist right now. I think we're just like ghosts.
Yes,
Pretty
we
much.
don't exist. We are being held in that cube right there.
Long time.
PSO2 logic.
I don't want to be one again.
Is that, hey, okay.
Yeah,
hold on,
just
where's
let the
that?
newcomers get the size. It's fine.
Really, I was hoping to be able to buy some more
Wow,
scrap. Get some more scrap.
You know what does exist, my friends. Look behind you. Look at Gramps. This is his face. He is the titan upon which the Scavenger lives. Isn't he handsome? Well, he's also impatient. Let's be on our way, friends. This way.
Huh, you know,
Putting your
it's kind of
weapon
cool
away
to
makes
see
it
all of this in VR chat, actually. Yeah, I remember playing this game when it just came out.
Eating a Pop-Tart is faster than reloading.
Eating what?
The Scavenger pauses. He notices something unusual, docked to the east. It's a black ship with no titan. How's it staying afloat? That must mean it's a Tawner ship. The Scavenger has heard of them, and he does not like the Tawnans. They carry around weapons and like to bully people. he makes a note. If he sees any Taunans, he'll try and steer clear of them. Emphasis on try.
We'll try, but combat is inevitable when needed.
You need to steal someone's gun.
Yeah. That's just the thing of
God have
JRPGs.
any.
You gotta fight something.
Yep.
It's the law.
So anyways, has anyone
Honestly,
found
it's
any
defeat
Pokemon?
God, which is also a JRPG thing.
Sadly, no
It's
photon.
in every one of them, and it's completely unavoidable.
I can
Talk about
totally
photon
fit in
weapons.
here. I don't know what you're talking about. I can totally fit.
Yeah, let's get all the giant robots in here. It'll fit.
My friends, the story continues. Here we are, at Argentum's Bazaar. Coming here is always a buzz for the Scavenger. He can't wait to make some trades and maybe even some coin as profit. Friends, travelers, at this early part in the story, I have a quest for you all to complete. Please listen carefully. If you turn around, you'll see the bazaar, marked by the small orange lights hanging just above it. This will be your search area. Please remain within the bazaar as you look for the following items: a large scroll, an anvil, necklaces, and a place to sit and eat soup. You have no more than 5 minutes to locate all these items, but no more. Your time starts now.
Let's go find it.
Emergency
Hell yeah.
code. Collect.
Big backpack gang.
What color is
Oh
it?
yeah, big backpack.
One has leather wraps. Okay, that's good to remember.
Old scrolls. They all need that.
Mm-hmm. Three
I
more.
recall this being important in the game, but I don't think it matters.
Ooh, soup.
Let
My
me
stamina
think
has
here.
replenished.
Scroll. What am I seeing?
This is a really cool
I
map.
could wear these, but they might get crushed in my transformation.
This is mine now.
They would. Bling.
Cool, free jewelry for the teeth.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you own a shop here, Sheen. You sell spices?
They seem to be.
I didn't know you own a shop here.
And they've got
It's really detailed.
Oh, cool, you can actually see.
L, you're kind of in front of me. I'm trying to look at it. Oh.
Sheen's ether.
And she has run away.
Oh yeah, I mean if you get randomly selected.
Yeah,
then you might-
it's all the colors.
Oh, yeah, okay, but has no one just said what kind of soup did you find? Delicious soup. Oh yes, of course. Ah,
I know last week he asked what color the soup was, but not what type.
look, delicious.
Yeah,
The
true.
color of the soup is delicious.
You know? Well, actually, then again, if you, unless you haven't tasted it, it might be bad tasting soup, so...
Yes, but that's a subjective matter.
Exactly. Best to assume that it's delicious.
Ah, yeah. Ah, I'm looking forward to seeing the good end for this because, like the Scavenger, the Scavenger was the first.
Oh
time
shit,
I
I will
actually
aid your
saw-
destruction again
Yeah.
for that.
Are you sure it's fine to have a big fire pit on the wooden floor like that with next to the
My
road?
time has
Tent.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Time has come.
I
We're cooking the Minecraft carrots.
Let's gather round.
Oh shit, are we sacrificing someone?
Sing our campfire song. Our C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you don't think that we can sing it faster, then you're wrong. But it'll help if you just sing along. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. Good! It'll help if you just sing
A stunning performance.
More time.
Damn it, there wasn't
beautiful.
the guitar
Acting through the
thing.
lead.
What a good use of my scratch tickets.
The campfire song.
Oh,
You
apologies. I must have had a leak.
Yes.
Scratch tickets. That's how I get my dance emotes and mini cosmetics.
You had scratch tickets? Huh.
I had.
Don't forget your
I spent them all.
scratch tickets.
I pick up boxes. I don't know what you're talking about.
I spent all those too.
Scratch tickets.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
broke.
Sorry.
I'll go with that.
Do you have like a permit to be setting all this stuff up in the middle of the market square?
How many people so much money on your account? I have spent a shit ton of set on just tits.
I'm pretty sure that the crowding here around a huge campfire on a wooden floor is a huge hazard for multiple reasons.
Hold on, give me a second. I've also got...
This is a robbery!
Exactly.
Speaking of PS2, what are your thoughts on
Maybe you should try using something other than a laser pointer.
Not a laser pointer. It's a rapid fire gun.
Story mission. I am a story mission.
Let's get ready to go to war with the merchants.
Where's our own market?
My role is to pay your backpack. Look,
We don't need to scavenge for anything if we already own
so
it.
you're questioning about the giant backpack and not the fact that I carry an active campfire in my backpack.
We've gotten used to the campfire at this point.
The campfire is more questionable on the big tent is to be expected.
Look, it's fine, it's alright. If you want even more questionable things in my backpack, here you go, alright. He needs to save.
Bye, Ken.
Okay, cool. Save state.
That's such a big floppy disk.
Quick saving. Time to make some questionable decisions.
That sounds better.
People make questionable decisions, and this is the sequel. And this is the backup.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
We can get back to this point in the tour if we ever mess up.
I must save my game. I
Yeah, even though we're
gonna
like
the toy
faded to
doesn't
get
become
the good ending
profound
anyway.
darkness.
When you kind of get into advanced.
Well, yeah, that's because we've already failed, and we're now in the good ending. We just keep brute forcing it.
So that's
All right.
Oh, I see.
We need a save block, Mario and Luigi RPG style. Let's go.
Let's see. Dark Falls Apprentice and
You can read it, right?
Okay, never mind.
Hold on, I'm gonna put a game short on here so we can like cheat to the end. Hold on.
I can read the stuff, but
Come on, you're gonna mess up our save.
It's Dark Falls
If
Apprentice.
you don't put that in correctly, our saves are gonna get corrupted.
Give us
I
infinite
got
money
cheat
and
engine on, it'll be fine. We can just back up saves.
I regret to inform you that your save state has a virus. I'm gonna need you to wire transfer 3,000 coins.
My friends, your attention,
Virus,
please.
you know? Or you can just send me 3,000 coins
My
worth of
friends,
mushroom
your
gift cards, you
attention,
know?
please. Travelers, friends, visitors, your attention, please.
Press E to look. Focus on vent.
Tour time resumed.
It seems we're all here.
Hold on.
Did everybody find the required items?
Yeah.
Totally.
Indeed.
Affirmative.
I know, I just kind of fucked around with the campfire.
The campfire song.
I'm going to pretend you didn't say that. Well done, friends. The scavenger makes some trades. He's about to head up for a bite to eat. But right as he heads for the stairs, something strikes him, not physically, but mentally, right in the middle of his head. A sudden and sharp comeback now! It takes all his attention not to be overwhelmed by it. Then he realizes what it is. Gramps. He's in trouble. My friends, we have to go back, quickly!
Emergency.
I don't
Defend.
think this is that important, but
Mother's instinct.
I got this. Don't worry, I'll fight him.
Hold on, let me use my dash jumps.
Space cow is not for eating. It's for grazing.
Wait, what?
Leave that space cow alone.
Boy, do I love cardio.
Space cow.
That's
yeah, that's what it is.
like a horse.
That is absolutely.
That's totally a cow.
It's a wagon.
If it's a dragon, then why does it have a unicorn horn?
Because
Exactly.
Dragons have horns.
Don't
That's
question
a
it.
space cow horn.
My friends, all your questions will be answered soon, but the story must go on. The scavenger skids to a halt on the pier. Gramps is looking at him, but he's not saying anything. He doesn't need to. The scavenger can already see the problem. Gramps' gills have dulled. He's not well. He's sick. No problem, says the scavenger. They'll have medicine in the bazaar. They always do. I'll be right back. My friends, I know you love to go back and forth over the same area. Let's go back to the bazaar now.
Hell yeah, backtracking.
Oh boy, it's like a modern day fetch quest in most production video games.
I love game padding, it's my favorite.
Carbon-based life form doing practical physical labors for his educational purposes. I need my asthma inhaler. Because I was born with weak and fractional lungs. I don't know, is that how people act in me?
How bizarre.
Is this our fetch quest point?
You don't get to say that. We must find the medicine.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
We must
Don't
steal.
worry, just buy off. of
Not the
someone
medicine,
We're not
just steal
stealing,
random
it.
garbage.
Buying it.
Why not?
We got enough mesta, and let's see how much mesta I have. Oh. Give
We're
me
stealing
everything
it
in
on,
here.
wait.
I only have 1 mil.
I don't have anything. I don't run the store.
I got 10,000.
I don't work here.
Someone used a code shop
Go beat up
to give
some
us infinite
false
money, huh?
Let's just grab some Mentos and get out of here.
The
What's Mentos gonna work?
scavenger
The fresh maker.
hurries to the store that normally sells such medicines. But when he asks, he hears an answer he wasn't expecting. There's nothing left. He checks a nearby store that should stock the same thing, and he receives the same answer. There's nothing left. He checks another, and another, and ends up asking everybody at the bazaar. And bizarrely, there is no medicine left. Somebody taps his shoulder. He turns. It's another scavenger, a few years older than him. He introduces himself as one of the crew members of the airship docked on the north side of Argentum. He says he couldn't help but overhear, but he's also been looking for such medicine, and he hasn't able to find anything at all. He asks the scavenger for a favor, and the scavenger agrees.
and so the crewman takes him to the North Dock. My friends, something strange is happening at Argentum. This way.
You got Sky, right?
Something a bit off.
Something bizarre.
Strange.
In
In the marketplace. Who are you going to call?
Damn it! Someone stole my joke.
Something that is not in the ordinary.
Sounds pretty saucy. Something
The key to not letting people steal your jokes is to tell jokes that are so good people don't want to tell them.
Yeah, it's just like why they don't call the Wii U the Wii 2.
Directly to the forehead.
No joke's so
The
bad.
Me Too movement, the Wii U movement. What do you know?
This is amazing.
There's a reason why it's not called the Wii
And
2.
by so good, I of course meant so bad. My friends, the story continues.
Oh yeah, you're right.
This is our ship, says the crewman. It's not much, but my family has been working on it for decades. We're particularly proud of it. The scavenger looks across it. He's not very impressed. There's something very industrial about it. But at the same time, the very idea of one family all working together on something makes him feel like he's been missing something. The crewman takes him up to the top. This way, friends.
This is where I watch my parents die, Scavenger.
Man, I could be gay, man.
This is where you watched your
Oh, shit,
parents
music
die.
shift.
This is where I watch
Say
my
hello to
parents
my
die,
new
Raphael.
team.
Whoa, totally radical!
Boing.
Cowabummer.
Let's steal the ship.
Cowabummer.
Thanks, I hate. Pizza time.
This is where I watched my parents die, Parappa Rappa.
This is where you watched
Waka
your
waka.
parents die.
Papa the rapper.
Oops.
Waka waka.
Oh no.
Okay.
Such a memorable scene from
Sure, we're going all the way to the top.
It's a stairway
Oh, man, this
to,
definitely
well,
was
not heaven.
Definitely a reason
Not
how
fun, right? Higher.
Oh,
Someone reenact the Titanic scene.
alright. Me too.
In a moment.
Don't let go, Jack.
Yes,
Wait,
it's
I
a
see an
little
iceberg.
cramped. Squeeze in, friends.
You know, that works too.
I'm a cast.
Maltese
I'm surprised he's able to hold me up.
The story must continue, friends. The crewman asks the scavenger to take a close look, see if he thinks it's the same sickness with both their titans. That might tell them something. The scavenger looks down. He can see the other crew members, the other family members all looking up at him, expectant. The scavenger says he'll take a look as best he can. The loss of glow is about the same. And there is that same greenish tint as well. The pulses of light are lasting about 4 seconds. The scavenger says yes, it's probably the same sickness. The crewman looks worried. If they tell the wrong person, he says, they may end up getting asked to leave Argentum. They can't afford that. The scavenger thinks and has an idea. They can ask the chairman of the bazaar. He keeps track of shipments and he should know when medicine is coming in next. All they need to do is avoid mentioning that their titans are unwell. The crewman hesitates, but agrees. My friends, let's head to the chairman's office. But if you jump off, I will remember it for the rest of your life.
Remember to get your dragons to wear masks.
Guess we're doing the boring way of taking the stairs.
Note that I said the rest of your life, not the rest of my life.
You won't remember it very long then.
What's the story of my life?
If you jump off, then I don't think you have a very long one to remember you.
Oh, I just got it now.
For all those who are behind me following me, well done. That's how you're supposed to do it. That way you won't miss a thing.
Yay.
These people who are already on this platform, these people are doing it wrong. Shame on them.
Exactly. Shame. Shame.
I'm jumping on every single time.
Someone get that avatar.
But we're on base. But we're on the base.
If I like only
Jumping down is clearly the uncivil decision.
You can't use magic to negate my judgment.
That is true.
Ooh.
What if I use gifts?
But you
and
can't use
kindness
magic
like
to
your
pretend it doesn't
character in a
exist.
dating simulator? Would that work then?
In this VRTravellers world, we obey the
If I
laws
was a
of
character in a
gravity
dating
and
simulator, it wouldn't be much of
bones.
a game.
Because you'd be best boy. You'd be the automatic option.
There would only be one viable option.
Wow.
See?
A battle to the death?
No comment.
Getting shot in the
We
chest.
need a VRTravellers tour guide dating simulator with all of our favorite tour guides in it. Yes.
Getting shot again. I request a new dance floor in Argentina. Whatever we call this place.
In Argentum. Have you
Argentum.
submitted a help desk ticket?
I would like to ask
Here's my
for,
submission.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but there's a fine for that. You're going to have to come back after 3
And do you
business
still
days
believe you
after
have
paying
friends
the
with that
fine,
attitude?
and take another submission ticket and wait for your number to be called.
After these messages.
Mutiny!
Speaking of
Not a
fun,
ship. You can't mutiny here.
you are looking like you want the story to continue. The scavenger and crewman step into the chairman's office once he's free. The chairman, as always, comes across as an abrasive and busy man. But the scavenger knows him and knows that deep down, he's just a big softy. The scavenger greets him with finger guns and a big grin and butters him up with some small talk and compliments. The chairman isn't having it. He asks what he wants, and the scavenger inquires about the last shipment that had Titan medicine on it. The chairman sighs, takes out his big old ledger, and starts leafing through pages. After a minute, he says the last shipment never came in. His expression is, "What is that? Is he afraid?" Before he can ask anything else, the chairman looks up suddenly and says they must both leave at once. They turn and look. And standing in the doorway is the commander of the Black Torna ship. The scavenger and crewman shrink back, thank the chairman for his time, and step outside. The crewman thanks the scavenger for his help, and agrees to buy him a meal and room at the inn so they can all figure out what to do in the morning. The scavenger finds it impossible to say no to free food. The crewman hands the scavenger enough coin for both, and disappears to do something else. My friends, let's go up and have some nom-noms.
Hey, omnums. I love
Food would be a
omnums.
good source of damage resistance and potency.
Yeah, I mean, Energon works wonders if you're a robot.
I only subsist off the
to
fucking blood
accept
of the giant
Energon.
ants.
Not every machine
That's actually a good
accepts
question.
Wait, what am I doing?
Can I recharge? I mean, the only power source I mainly had doesn't really exist anymore. It's sort of dissipated, so... Maybe.
There's gotta be some other way you can charge.
Hello. I will take.
Sasquatch Clark Halls, apparently.
Or cannon shit. Say, I wonder what those two teachers are for.
You know, every time I ask people where we should sit, they always pick a table down here. Let's pick a table up here for once.
Smart idea.
Sure.
Change it up.
Why is there furnaces over here?
These tables are a lot
I mean, the food seems to suck on the upper table, so...
How about this one?
I don't know, these just...
That one works.
Font has low to the floor tables.
Not much on it though.
Gather round, friends.
Where's the meat?
Gather round. The story will continue.
Story time.
Thingies are HBX.
Hey, story time!
Hold on, Sizzle.
Daddy Trajan story time!
The story actually started a while ago.
Daddy Trajan.
What?
Never say that again.
Whoa.
Please don't.
How dare!
Please don't.
Scary. We have gone past the point of no time.
Well, the dating sim is getting developed now.
Anyway,
Out of all your first degree assaults, Elman,
I
this
know
one
who
hurt the
asked.
most.
What the fuck? I don't know what you're all talking about. My name has always been Daddy Jim. Check the Discord. The story continues.
Oh no.
I'll stick with
you.
What have I done?
What have you done?
Something wonderful.
You released the demon.
Elman, you have done a horrible act.
He must
today.
be shot.
You magnificent man.
Hell, why you change the timeline like this? We're supposed to save my toy, not change names.
He must be shot.
I dare you to
have
try.
done
It's
this.
really hard to kill a Cybertronian.
There's no longer trades him. He's in
My friends,
Destroy the city.
Travelers, kindly your silence and listen to Daddy
the
Jim.
story. Sheen, quiet. The story must go on.
The story.
Someone quote that.
The scavenger arrives at the inn alone. He is greeted by a waiter, chooses a table, and makes his order, which is going to be a bowl of soup and a single apple. He looks about as he waits. It's not very busy, but everyone else who is here is eating with someone else. He feels a little awkward, but then suddenly remembers. He told Gramps he would be right back. Oh, that was a while ago. He opens up a mental link and sends a quick message to him. Looking for medicine. Staying here tonight. See you in the morning. There's no reply, but that's normal. His food arrives, and as he begins to eat, he notices something. Someone has walked up to his table and is just standing there. The person sits down. He looks up. Oh, it's just the crewman. But the crewman is looking very worried. He leans in, and he says he just overheard that the last shipment was destroyed by that Torna vessel. The Torna commander is claiming it was an accident, Apparently it showed up as something different on their radar. He's here to sort it out with Argentum's admiral, apparently. The crewman pauses and looks about. And he says he thinks it was sabotage. The crewman smirks and says he wants to sneak onto the Torna vessel. Before dawn, he adds, and he wants the Scavenger to help. The Scavenger isn't sure. He thinks about what would happen to Gramps if they were caught. But then he thinks, what if the crewman is right? What if Torna stole the whole shipment? Why would they do that? The Scavenger agrees. Meet me in the bazaar before dawn, the crewman repeats, and he gets up and leaves the Scavenger to his meal. The Scavenger digs into his single apple. Sneaking onto the Torna ship sounds thrilling. But as the food coma sets in, the adrenaline slowly wears off. And so, he goes to check into a room, using the last of the crewman's coin. This way, friends.
That's some good cucumber soup. Yeah, that soup wasn't really much. Just
One room for 30, please.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what else I can do to.
Alright, so we gotta micromanage. Who here is comfortable with sleeping on the floor?
How can you top that?
Yeah, I don't think there's enough
Someone
room in here.
Hit the desk. I don't think you can top Daddy Jim. That's not how it works.
Whoa, now.
No, Daddy Jim will top you.
Oh my
Gosh, dang it.
I don't think I want to toss him anyway.
Quick, someone help me.
Oh my god! Making my head on tape.
Oh no! Step Trajan, I'm stuck in the closet.
Emotional damage!
Oh god.
Oh god.
Is anyone paying attention to the story? A lot of attention. Just watch.
No, the subplot of the dad name is way more interesting.
Everyone, focus on the hypercube on the table.
God damn
Wait,
it. No.
someone's telling a story?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I just realized
No, shocking, right?
Oh,
What were we doing here?
in that case, my friends, I have a request for you all. A simple instruction. Once more, go into your audio settings and turn the world music all the way down to 0. I repeat, turn your world music down to 0. The Scavenger sleeps restlessly. Dreams and images flash before his eyes. He sees the black outline of the Torna vessel, lined with silver moonlight. He sees a blue bird with one wing spiraling out of a vast empty sky. He sees an empty hallway made of steel, filled with swirling dust and smoke. He sees a red moon rise over a sea of crimson, a great round eye. He sees a figure burst from a window with an explosion of glass and fire, tumbling down into a dark, jagged landscape. He sees a once mighty stone tower fallen to ruin, slowly being consumed by a thrashing grey sea. And he sees the face of Gramps. Emotionless, gills dark, slowly sinking beneath the surface of the cloud sea. The scavenger wakes up. Someone bangs on his door. He gets up and opens it, and sees the crewman standing there with a bag over one shoulder. "You would have gotten caught," he says with a wry expression, and he goes on to explain that he, alone, managed to get 2 doses of medicine by himself. That sneaky rascal. He did it without us. It does seem like the scavenger slept in, though. Too many dreams. He also asks the scavenger to help him. Nobody on his ship knows how to administer this particular medicine. Their doctor died only 2 weeks ago. The scavenger is annoyed that the crewman snuck off without him. But also, to be asked to do such a thing is an honor. Just as he steps outside his room, the scavenger feels a shift. He feels a break, a tear. His psychic link with Gramps is shattered. My friends, normally at this point in the story, you have a choice to make. The choices are: Option A, do not help the crewman give the medicine to his family's titan, and instead go and see what's wrong with Gramps first. Or Option B, do help the titan of the crewman's family first, and check on Gramps afterward.
What does the encephalon say?
I
like
option A.
I'm gonna say that. Let's go. Let's go be heroes and help those people.
What do you think? And what do you think?
Well, most likely a chance. Well, most likely a chance. If Gramps falls, most likely chance humans are gonna exist.
We are voiceless.
My friends, your 2 options, A and B. We're holding a vote. If you want to be a hero, stand on this side of the room. But if you are a selfish person, stand on this side of the room. That's a hint.
I know what I am.
Selfish. Wait.
Well, this is the good ending.
Yeah.
That's right. This is the illusion of choice. It doesn't matter what you pick. The encephalon is going to override it. But
You just like messing with us, don't you, Daddy Jim?
I'd rather.
My friends, you can stay here and be selfish. The rest of us are going to continue the story. This way, friends.
Damn! Let's go, Daddy Jim.
Free will. We are slaves to.
They got wrecked by Daddy Jim.
Okay, can we agree to like stop calling him that now?
No.
Well, he's fine with
Name
it.
the Discord.
If you don't name him properly, he's gonna punish you. And no one wants to be punished by Daddy.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
This is God's punishment for my sin.
That was close.
This Daddy Jim stuff's gonna continue for the next tour. Like the next rerun tour for like
Probably not.
Saturday.
This is canon now. This is
Yes.
canon.
He will be daddy
Goddamn, it's like
until he leaves,
goddamn
because
it.
he will never come back, just like Dad would. I'm just made sad.
Sorry guys, I'll just go out to get milk. We're good.
God damn it! It's like naming your
If
PSO
Tracer
kid.
never
It's
goes
like
to get
naming your
milk,
PSO.
you know something has gone wrong.
It's like
I mean, I
naming
did see someone
your pet
recently in
after
PSO2
someone who
just called
died
she was
and then
OnlyFans.
them dying.
Wait, it's like naming your PSO2 character daddy, and then you have to talk to Matoy. Wait.
Oh god. Oh, don't do that to that innocent girl. Come on.
Hey, it's Slayer's fault for their naming themselves daddy.
Oh god.
We are a wholesome community.
Ether, don't climb up.
We're a wholesome community. We're a wholesome community.
Honest God.
Yeah, we're a wholesome community.
We are a
You're
cult.
telling
We are a
yourself
cult.
that.
We are a cult. We are a
It's
cult.
under my throat.
Ether, don't climb up.
We are a cult. We are a cult. We are a cult.
You're not.
Yes. We are.
We are not a
Yeah,
culty
we're
cult.
definitely not a cult. Praise the cube.
Thanks for Q.
See, we're not a cube cult. There's a guy made out of rectangles right there.
I don't see the issue.
It's been a year, Daddy. All right there.
I didn't know what he was saying.
PSO2 chat is very unique.
It is.
Shit, where's the continue dialogue button?
I think we lost it.
The Scavenger
Oh, found it.
and
Oh, sorry, I
crewmen
forgot to press X.
Oh.
make it to the North Dock. They both look up. The Titan's gills have almost gone dark. The entire ship creaks and groans as cargo slides along the angled deck. He got bad quickly. There isn't much time left, my friends. More backtracking. Yay, this way.
Emergency.
I played enough Metroid games to know about backtracking.
Badly. I love breaking. I love messing up and getting shot again.
God damn it, senior items.
Skipping the
Always climbing up these stairs, making my legs tired.
A very useless use of energy.
And PSO2 cats are able to hover.
Tried to make my best impression of Mufasa.
Option to hover.
Long live the king.
Oh hey, it's another Titan.
There we go.
We
are
supposed
to be there.
What a thrill.
Looking up outer cubes showing.
I'm searching
Well, it ain't false spawn, so that's good.
Yep. Not Dark Falls, so we don't have to beat it up.
Now they are. Everyone's there.
Good, because I forgot
Well,
my weapons at home.
My friends,
King live long.
The story continues.
we're all having a lot of fun on tonight's story. But I would just like to remind you that there are lives on the line. Just
why
because
you
they
gotta live a
exist in a
little.
narrative domain, does that mean they don't have the same right to live that you do?
This is absolutely
Well,
correct.
that was a rhetorical question, and the story continues. The ship's hull is slowly sinking. The clouds of ether spilling across the deck. His family are screaming for them to hurry. They both clamber up staircase after staircase and make it to the top. The crewman holds the Scavenger steady. The Scavenger holds his breath and applies the medicine. The effects are rapid. The gills flash once, and then they glow blue steadily. The color returns. The ship is pulled out of the cloud sea. They all cheer and rejoice. They are saved. But the scavenger... The scavenger is preoccupied. He reaches out with his mind for Gramps. There's nothing. Gramps is gone. Something happens then to steal his attention. And it's not those birds, a noise that rattles him to the bone. The deck vibrates. Argentum itself creaks. He looks up. Goldmouth, the great titan, is weeping? Yes, he sees it, just a quick glimpse. Something shining blue falls from the eye of the mighty titan, a single tear, and plummets toward the upper deck of the Argentum. And standing there already, as though knowing what was going to happen, is the commander of the Torna vessel. The scavenger clenches his fists. My friends, it is time for a confrontation this way.
Let's get up.
Let's kick his ass.
Code. Duel.
Let's go. Oh,
There's a
Looks
giant
like
monster.
we're right smashing.
We have to.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Rally the
That's
troops.
Don't worry.
I'm
Arcs
getting me
operators
mallet.
don't know what fall damage means.
A titan has perished in Lego City.
Yes.
Hey!
Don't worry, Gramps didn't die. We just sent him to a Titan farm upstate.
I'm reviving you. You were revived.
Wow, I live. Thank you, robot.
Spoilers to season 2. That whole concept
Gramps
of
has fallen into the
characters
cloud
and
sea
narrative
in our
continues. Son
Chenta
of a
city.
bitch.
These guys, there's a
Build the
giant
new
monster.
crane
That wasn't really a season 2 conflict.
To the ship.
A Titan has fallen into the river at Lego City.
Wait, should we pick up the vehicle that's behind
We must get in the giant burger and punch it in the face.
Lego set Titan Rescue
A titan
Squad.
has fallen to the river. Start the new rescue helicopter. Hey, in random accents, I
That's
forgot that Xenoblade has.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get away from the memery.
No,
I can't believe
I'm not running from the enemy. I'm no coward. I'm running toward the enemy.
Complex. Meme is
I'm
their
a
fuel.
coward.
We're going to attack the enemy with memes.
I will not be cursed by my
No,
respective
we're
memes.
gonna attack the enemy.
Okay, okay, here. I have a genius
DNA
idea
of
for our
the
attack
soul.
plan. Y'all, alright, are you all, are y'all listening here?
I still need to play that.
Really big
Exquisite.
fist
Have
and
you heard
punch
of
him in the
Big
face.
Chungus?
It's
I
genius.
figured it out. We just need to punch it really hard.
Soon. It is
Exactly.
funny because you can reverse it to soon mon.
I always keep going the wrong way here.
I pass the meme to you.
Oh, this is
Oh, that's
like
right.
shy.
You guys can't fly.
I didn't know pandas could climb.
Oh, that's
I
right.
didn't know
They're
owls could
cute
fly.
Like you.
What do you mean? Look,
That
isn't cheating, it's part of the avatar.
falling out of
I didn't
trees.
know
I'm making a
apples
reference.
going
Yeah,
by.
being able to transform into any vehicle I scan is not cheating. That's how
Yeah, but the
cybertronian
rules
works.
to follow the tour guide, my friend. So therefore, cheating.
I didn't know owls could
That,
fly.
well, that technically isn't
My
cheating.
friend.
It's rule breaking. There's a slight difference.
And I don't.
There he is. The commander of the Torna ship has noticed the scavenger, who is now joined by the crewmen. The commander has company, 2 Tornan gunmen, and in his hands he carries a small box. Even without seeing what's inside, the scavenger can feel some sort of energy. There's some noise behind them. 2 of the guards of Argentum are rushing up to see what's going on up here. But before they can say anything, the commander gives a single gesture, and both his gunmen fire at the guards. The light is hot and bright, and there's the sound of material being disintegrated. Out of nowhere, the crewman dives forward. Taking advantage of everyone's shock, he manages to tackle one of the gunmen to the ground. Now he screams as the gunman's weapon falls to the side. My friends, you only have a moment to decide what to do. And your choices are as follows. Go for the weapon. Please stand in front of me. If you want to attack the standing gunman, please leave. If you want to attack the commander, please leave. If you want to flee, please leave. This is my way of saying you have one option.
I'm kidding.
Okay, bye.
Alright, let's do Risha.
Bye.
We're gonna use the ranger class.
Are we
of
sure
Blast
this
bags.
other crewman guy is not the protagonist?
Always
He's doing a
forget
whole
the
lot more
DPS
than we
dog.
are.
Never forget
Let's
DPS
just
dog
cheat.
as gunner.
Downloaded Abby, I think.
Ranger is always good. Risha
I'll
sits.
wait for those not
True,
funny people
always
to come
good.
back.
That blight round.
Not funny.
But gunner has that chain trigger.
Ah, you've all decided to make the right
Yes.
decision.
Good, then it's good.
My friends, does the group want to go for the weapon?
No. I did see a
Not been
reset.
Josh
Yes.
this time. Bye. I'm kidding.
I need a gun anyway, so.
Yeah, there's a reset.
Affirmative, Daddy Jim.
Pull out the encephalon.
You must show me.
Yeah, I will if I can find it. Or I come back again at least.
Very well. The group's decision is 100% unanimous. The scavenger sees the crewman dive heroically into one of the gunmen. He is inspired. He spots the gun lying on the ground and lunges toward it. A hot blast of light goes past him, barely missing him. The heat from it is unbelievable. But the pair of them, the crewman and the scavenger, coordinate like clockwork. The crewman is already tackling the other gunman as he's distracted. The scavenger picks up the dropped weapon, scrambles to his feet, and points it straight at the commander. Give up, he warns. The commander slowly raises his arms. Slam! An Argentum guard tackles the commander to the ground. The scavenger watches as the box bounces once and opens, and a blue crystal, the tear of Goldmouth, rolls out and rolls toward the edge. He rushes and dives to grab it. But it's too late. He sees it fall into the clouds below. The clouds open to accept the strange crystal. The gunman and the commander are all restrained and arrested. Goldmouth is alive and well. The crewman's titan is alive and well. Everyone breathes a sigh of relief. The crewman approaches the scavenger. He looks nervous. He says that the scavenger did a truly selfless action, and that he feels responsible for the scavenger losing both his home and his titan. The scavenger puts on a brave face and assures him that no, it's all right, even though inside it stings. The crewman says he has an offer for the scavenger. He wants him to join their family, to live with them on their ship. He can still scavenge, of course, but he won't need to be alone anymore. The scavenger is overcome. How is he meant to respond to such a thing? He nods, yes, of course. I would be honored. One of the Argentum guards signals to them. They walk over to him. The Admiral of Argentum wants to see you, he says. The scavenger and crewman look at one another, perplexed and excited, and they follow their escort. My friends, please, follow me.
Oh my.
Captain, my captain.
Nothing a little threat with the ranger rifle can't prevent. I mean, seriously, have you seen how many times we used to, like,
Are you
point
thinking
that
the same thing
like,
I'm
seriously?
thinking?
I'm surprised she hasn't pointed at herself in that area.
Honestly, so
No, because I don't have psychic powers.
I mean, I've seen this.
On the last episode of Attack on Titan.
Like into like guns. I'm surprised you had gone very intimate with it.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't that one of the
Previously on Attack on Titan.
Previously on Dragon Ball Z.
Except for that one time.
I'm glad she didn't pull the trigger.
Also missing the purple ether crystal, which obviously was spoken
Like,
of at
she
length.
could probably
Previously on
kick
Ether
their ass and
Basket.
laugh about
Which
it.
was spoken at length.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh.
Probably.
And
She'll
the
most
appraiser.
likely tear her ass up while shooting at
The,
people.
Previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! 5
the
appraiser.
Oh, games on motorcycles.
Don't worry, guys. I can handle steering. I mean, I am a helicopter.
You don't have fingers.
Crashes.
You don't have two hands.
He has a clamp. That is.
One
He
hand.
has to do it one-handed. He has to do it one-handed.
Don't text and drive. Just in
Text and drive, you got this.
Don't worry, you got this.
Travelers.
Don't you? It's
More like shoot and drive.
You mean drive by shooting?
Okay,
Travelers, your attention, please. The story concludes. Please turn your world music back up to a comfortable volume.
Back to
I repeat, turn your world music back up to a comfortable volume. The Admiral is busy talking with other personnel when the pair of scavengers enters the bridge. Once they're noticed, the Admiral goes to them and personally thanks them, shaking their hands. He says he had suspected that particular commander had been harassing and intercepting their shipments for quite a while, but since he never had any evidence, if he had arrested them without due course, other towns would have closed trade with Argentum. Since the commander's men opened fire without reason and everyone saw it, he can now bring them all to justice. The Admiral, for such an important man, seems overjoyed despite the efforts he's going to hide it. He invites them to the window, and they climb up the steps and look out. He asks what they know of Titans. The scavenger isn't sure what that question means, and he says as such. The Admiral looks out at the sky and clouds, and goes quiet for a moment. Titans are the infant forms of higher beings, filled with hundreds and thousands of years' worth of ether and intelligence. Once they accumulate enough ether, they descend into the realms below the Cloud Sea. By this time, Titans are so great in power that they essentially become gods. This is why Titans are vanishing. As population increases in the sub-sea realms, the Cloud Sea, which is made of ether, becomes more dense. An increased density leads to Titans reaching their final stage faster, which means they leave faster than they are being born. As a result, after a while, there will in fact be nobody left up here. The Scavenger doesn't know what to think. Realms beneath the Cloud Sea? Dense ether, Titans becoming gods? Does that mean Gramps is actually... The Admiral interrupts his thoughts and goes on to say that the journey down through the ether sea is one that destroys any human who attempts it. But he knows of a way. He's looking now at the Scavenger and crewman, and they look at one another. We have a chance, says the Admiral. That blue crystal you saw fall into the Cloud Sea is pure ether. It will eventually make it to the lower realm, he thinks. As such, it also acts as a potential Titan egg. The Scavenger can feel his whole body surge with adrenaline. He can almost hear the words before the Admiral speaks them. I know how to survive the descent through the Cloud Sea, and I want you to do it for me. My friends, congratulations and welcome to the good ending of the Scavenger.
Hell yeah.
Good getting shot.
Oh, I see.
Bro, that was cool.
My friends, the event is far from over. Before I put you back into the hands of Sheen and before we take a group photo, let me explain something about the Scavenger Part 2, which will be running in a couple of weeks, perhaps. Unlike the reruns over the past few months, the Scavenger 2 will not have set endings. This means that I will run the Scavenger 2 several times for you all. And you, even though it can be solved on the first visit, can explore this tour over the following month or two. And as the name suggests, it does indeed follow on from this story. What does lie below and beneath the ether sea? Will they find the ether crystal, and is it a Titan egg? And is Gramps somewhere down there? Find out the answers to these questions and more in the Scavenger Part 2. My friends, is this a good place for a group photo? I think yes.
Right here.
Can we have a photographer, please, to organize us?
Yeah, there's no collision. There is glass, but there's no collision.
Green Room is tonight's photographer. My friends,
We're facing it.
I want to make sure.
Careful.
gather in this window area and face the entrance. Face Green Grunt.
We need to collect all the boxes from the people. We
Green, do you have everyone's avatars shown?
Yeah.
Indeed I do.
Usually does.
Very well. Friends, on the count of three, dare I ask what we're all saying together?
Thank you, Daddy.
Daddy?
To be continued?
Dad Jim.
Daddy Jim.
Featuring to be continued in Daddy.
This meme. Counting down.
My friends, you heard it.
2.
Was the camera?
We continue.
Taking a
Daddy?
parent picture.
Daddy Jim, do you approve
I
of
mean,
me?
Daddy? I mean, Daddy? I mean, Daddy? I mean, Daddy?
Daddy Jim is not.
Bam.
It is now complete.
Cloud C is looking
Picture's
awfully
done.
inviting.
I have a request.
I wonder why that scene is looking awfully inviting.
You could have like a poster, like a game.
Oh, hey, look, another
opening
ship. Let's
screen
ram it.
thing Where we're all like facing one direction, looking off in like a line, with the camera looking at
see the
faces
edge of the
if we're, like,
skybox
looking
from
off to the
Yeah, we
side.
could do that. That'd be...
Travelers, your attention, please. Give your observation line of wave collapsing directly to me. 10,000 thank yous. And travelers, before I say another word, put your hands together for the one, the only, Trajim the tour guide.
Praise Q!
We're all break my controllers.
Praise all the
Praise
Qs.
the Q.
I hit the wrong button again.
Trajim, thank you for creating this tour for us. It has been an adventure. From those of us that first went on it on VRCon, to those of us now that have been on it, and finally seen the good ending that we have been waiting for so long. Trajim, this is a masterpiece. And from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your performance. Trajim, thank you. Now then, travelers, a few announcements for you. There are a few newcomers here. And to those, we say, we are VRTravellers. We create immersive, story-based tours with original writing, beautiful worlds, wholesome team effort, and voice acting. We do this for fun. We do this for free. However, we do ask one thing in return. Travelers, newcomers, kindly join our Discord. The Discord community is where you can post your photos and comments from today's tour. It is where you can discuss the secrets to our lore, and you can begin to piece together how each of our tours are attached. There are alternate endings, and the clues to those are on our Discord. If you would like to join our Discord, kindly check my status or Trajim's status in VR chat. And join the server. Now, finally, if you really enjoy the work our team puts into this, and you want to make a difference, you want to directly help us write more stories and create more beautiful worlds, we do ask that you support us on Patreon. Our tours are free, travelers, as a reminder, and they will always be free. But our Patreon is a way to support us in the assets that we use. It is only $3 per month, and joining grants you eligibility to play character roles in our tours. The Scavenger from today has no character roles, but most of our other tours do. By joining the Patreon, you will have access to many of the secrets and all of the weird stuff that we put on our Patreon. You will have also access to the Patreon Discord channel in our server. Well then, my friends, in about 5 minutes from now, I will open the portal to the after party. But for now, please remain here. The floor is yours.